said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, their big target outside, shows off his athletic ability, and right away this offense is humming.
He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. It's caught. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, running back on the move. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Going for it all. He's got it inside the 30. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10. Breaks into the open.
And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
They'll give it to him again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker and running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else. And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the ground with the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Rides the back on the option to give. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
With the catch, it's Epps. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
Quarterback making adjustments. Out of the shotgun on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas A&M. comments back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Gets the back moving. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got a man, it's Thorne. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at it. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the air on first down. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to keep it in the air. Bringing the heat. Creates a little space. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. Got it in the middle. It's Thorne. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Leaves it with the running back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
That's caught. It's Frank. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, USC! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
14, LSU, 3.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the option. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Wants to go up top on first down. Complete in the middle.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's X. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, LSU.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for it. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive going to the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Corners are walked up tight. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Got the quick pass. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give out of the gun. Running to Green. Wide open spaces. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
LSU, 10.
He'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's loose down the left side. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Jefferson. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now the play fake. Rushes on him. Turning it on. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pulls it in. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you've got to have it, execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. in the second half on the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Handoff from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And I love the angle route, whether it's man or zone. If you throw it with timing and you wait for it to develop, most of the time it's going to come open. Great job by the quarterback seeing it, hitting the running back.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. You think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. That's reeled in. It's Jefferson. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Back to pass on 2nd down. There's the pressure. Got it in the middle. It's Evans. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
It's a really nice catch there, and I know LSU goes by the moniker of DBU, but you take a look at all the draft picks they've had in recent years, and with this guy and his talent, they may be getting consideration soon of joining teams like Alabama and Ohio State for wide.
Sprinting away. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. LSU right back to the line. Motion from the wideout. He'll do it himself. Touchdown LSU! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game. And he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Tulane. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabbed in the middle, it's Frank. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Tackle is made at the 44-yard line. That's a first down on the offense.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So first down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
From the red zone, looking for a space. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
are showing press. They want to be physical here. To the air on second down. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a first and goal here. Touchdown, Trojans. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown, Tigers. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And there are flags flying as the pass ball's incomplete. We'll see who it's on. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Line getting set on second down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Second down coming up. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Fields the punt. wants to make a play. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. They're so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Frank. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And obviously you're in a tough spot. Like, you're down a couple of possessions. The defense knows you're going to throw the football, so you can tell they're backed up. They're playing the pass, and the offense has to take the little stuff underneath. They've got to find a way to make explosive plays, even though the defense is playing conservative.
Normally, I would say, 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hauls it in. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down. The Trojans are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw again. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Takes it the other way. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Texas A&M. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And how about this defense, man? They just keep making plays. Another forced turnover and another touchdown. Man, they don't just scoop these fumbles up. They're scooping them up with the intent to score. Their 2nd fumble return for a touchdown today.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll give it to the back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, it was not a good day.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the board and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Under fire. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked team is